A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Minnesota Vikings.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Taken at the 15, a short kick. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The 36-yard line.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there, holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. Takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one in the ball.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 3 yards out. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Albert Okuegbunam was the target there. And it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Down Broncos.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Wilson complete to Jerry Jeudy. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, Wilson. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Complete.
It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down.
And the Broncos first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
At the Vikings' 19-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That is caught inside the 5. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On 2nd down, Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Wilson now on 3rd down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he's got it up and through.
That ties the game at 7. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
2nd and 5. At the 30-yard line.
Draw play. This is Hines. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss. On
3rd down, Bridgewater. And he will not be able to hang on through the the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Dorsett on the return. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Eric Kendricks. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Down.
It's Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return is...
But it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the foot.
And it'll be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Bridgewater. Oh, going for Jefferson down feet. And that's caught inside the 35. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Here's Hines. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 22, Bridgewater. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Give him 3 on the gain there, second and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On first and 10, it's Wilson. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the shotgun, Wilson. Quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
5 at the 43-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 39. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
Inches.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This is the tight end Fant. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 6.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Play action. It's Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Jeudy with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Game at 14. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
4 brings up 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
That was just a good example of taking what the defense gave him. No one open downfield, knew where his safety valve was, swung it out to him. He gets upfield and picks up the first down. Well done all the way around.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. Complete. Jefferson the target. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
44-yard line.
First down, Bridgewater. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
Yeah, nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. From the gun, Bridgewater. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Bridgewater again. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And stepped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Cook, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Vikings 21, Broncos 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Well, going for Jefferson downfield. That's caught inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Going for it all. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Robbie Anderson. Incomplete. Harrison Smith on the coverage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. He's going to go up top for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown ground. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know they're there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
He was taken down.
Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 22, Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big time.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because touchdown
Vikings! Devin Cook with his third touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Broncos 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10. That one good for 10 yards, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking. See what's happening when it happens in a game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
First down, Broncos.
Here's Wilson to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Denver.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Marcus.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
And 8 yards to go.
Now Wilson. Steps away to his left. He may try to... Wilson hit it. It's loose. It's out. The Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Bridgewater. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. So they went 2 yards in the wrong direction on the last pass play, and now it's 3rd and 12. Bridgewater. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
40-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Danny Shelton muscles his way in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're continuing to rock and roll. And at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going, and that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. On second down now, it's Hines, and he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Bridgewater to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's Dorsett. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is
working. There he goes, left side. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
On second and inches, Wilson. The kicker here is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. On first down, Wilson. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. To throw again is Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And the Broncos first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up. His time is now run out on this third quarter play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Second and 10 now. Wilson. Flushed. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. To throw, Bridgewater. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. But now it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. On the carry, it's Cook. And some room to work. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman. Touchdown, Vikings. Brashad Perriman, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like him? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Returnable for Dorsett. But a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll run on 1st down. Pearson, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down, it's Hines. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They run with Hines. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
3rd down and long.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. That is incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. He'll try and run it. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Up downfield on 2nd down. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory.
Complete.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. Taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 35-yard line. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 44 yards on the ground. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Cook, a 1st down and more. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And they take a knee.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they will take a knee here. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they